Welcome to the CatFiveBoys podcast. I'm your host, Matt, and thank you for joining me for our 28th edition of the show, live in the studio with the two of us. More on her later. Welcome to the show. First and foremost, disclaimer, the views expressed on the show by the individual guests do not necessarily reflect the views of the CatFiveBoys podcast. Further disclaimer, some of the topics we speak on can get a little bit dark and a little bit sensitive. If that's not your thing, this might not be the show for you, so go tune into Cocomelon, okay? We have clips. If you can't catch the full shows and you want to get some of the best bits, some of the funniest bits, some of the more insightful parts, we have clips that you can go check out. We have them on TikTok, on Instagram, and if you're watching here on YouTube, we have YouTube Shorts that you can check out as well. All of those are at CatFiveBoys, all of those accounts. All of our social medias are at CatFiveBoys. If you would like to be a guest on the show, we would love to have you on. Just like this beautiful woman right here, being a guest today. I mean, you know, I'm a lucky guy. Anyways, so if you'd like to be a guest on the show and you want to come on, you want to talk about some stuff, maybe you disagree with some of the positions I hold, let's just say, or maybe you disagree with some of the positions a former guest holds and you would like to debate them. We can definitely schedule that or try to get that going. And if you would like to debate me, we can definitely get that going too. If you just want to have a conversation about something cool that's happening, you want to be a guest on the show, we would love to have you on. DM us on Instagram at CatFiveBoys. Send us a DM. Let us know who you are, a little bit about yourself, and a little bit about what you want to talk about. And we'll coordinate from there. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Drop us a 5-star rating if you can. And keep those comments flowing. We love the comments. We love them very, very much. The interaction between the viewers and the show is awesome. Even if it's like negative stuff, I don't care. You know what I mean? So just keep the comments flowing. And we will, if they're like some sort of disagreement or something, we'll, every single question, every single comment that we get, we'll address it in the following video that the comment was left on, or whatever the case may be. We post every single Wednesdays and Fridays, so keep aware on that, or at least we try to. We're going to get some big stuff going on in the future when it comes to guests and when it comes to the way we kind of want to move the show along and stuff like that. We're going to add more. We're going to try to add more stuff to it. So stay aware of that as well. I stream on Twitch. If you want to catch me on Twitch live, debating some crazy people. If you want to catch me live on Twitch, I stream live on Twitch every single Saturday, give or take. Some Saturdays I don't. Most Saturdays I don't. But maybe you get lucky and you catch me one of those days. I go on TikTok and I go on various lives and I debate people about their crazy ideologies and I absolutely destroy and dismantle everything they believe. So if that's something of interest to you, we have a lot of fun over there. It's not all TikTok invasion, so either way, we have a lot of fun over there. Go check it out. Link to that will be in the description down below. What am I missing? We have a store. We have an Etsy store where we sell rosaries. So if you don't know by now, I don't know why you don't know by now, but anyways, if you don't know, I'm a very devout Catholic, and one of the aspects of my faith is my devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary. One of the things she gave us was the rosary. And the rosary, a lot of information that you can learn about it, a lot of different prayers, and it's a very good tool for Catholics and for Christians alike, if you believe that. If you would like to check out the store, we would love to, or we would be very grateful with you checking out the store. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to, you don't have to be spending your money. Just you going into the store, taking a look at what we got, greatly appreciated. And if you do want to buy something because you see something there that calls to you and, you want to purchase it, we absolutely appreciate that too. With that being said, and without further ado, let's get right into the show. Let's introduce our guest for today, my fiance. Oh, I should have let her say that. Yeah. But anyways, can you please tell the people your name, your age, your location, and your occupation? Go ahead.
Well, hi, my name's Nathaly. I'm 19 years old. How do we feel about the word teen? I guess we'll see. Anyways, I'm 19. I currently live in Florida, Miami. And I am a housewife / babysitter.
I can't believe she just said the HV word.
Trigger word.
HW word, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. And what is your current relationship status?
Well, right now I'm engaged.
With who?
Who knows?
with me. Anyways.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you have any previous relationship? How long was this current relationship that you're in? I'm asking like I don't know, but either way I know.
4 years currently.
4 years currently. Awesome.
5 in January.
Very long years. Okay. And is this your only relationship?
Yes, thankfully.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Not mine. I've been around the block.
Right.
Anyways, if you don't know me, my name is Matthew. I am 21 years old. 22 years old. Sorry, I forgot my birthday was a couple weeks ago. 22 years old. I know, big age gap, right?
Super big.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so I'm 22 years old. I've been around the block in aviation, so that's kind of what I go. That's what I do. But I'm the CatFiveBoys podcast host, so that's my very best thing. What am I missing? I'm from South Florida as well. And what am I missing? I am currently engaged to an amazing woman who's very pretty, who's sitting right next to me. Anyways, I'm kind of nervous, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm nervous too. Don't worry.
Yeah, so. But you're nervous because you're on camera. I'm nervous because I'm next to a beautiful woman. It's a little bit, it's a little different. Right. It's a little different. So, anyways, we have some plans for today. We have things we're gonna do. How we're gonna move the show along. How we're gonna move the show along. But anyways, first, before we get to all that, I kind of want to talk a little bit about the current status of the show. I want to say I've spoken about it the past 2 episodes, but I want to also touch on it right now, just in case you didn't watch those before. If you're watching this right now and you watched previously to when I had my break, I was posting videos for a while. If you're watching from before that and you're watching again now, first and foremost, W to you. You're a W person. You know what I mean? You're a W human being. Put that in the comment section. I want to thank you personally. You know what I mean? Not personally, but I want to thank you by sending you a message on the comments saying thank you. So, if you can, leave a comment saying that you're still here from back before my hiatus. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you find this entertaining. Hopefully you can stick around. And yeah, so, there's different things we're going to be doing with the show moving forward. We no longer have any co-hosts. So, we had Maddie before. We had George, who was there before as well. And George had left before Maddie. He left earlier on in the show. Maddie had stuck around until the hiatus that we had, and then Maddie unfortunately cannot come back to the show. He's dealing with his own personal stuff, and he has more things on his plate that he has to take care of. It's not my it's not my business to talk about it, but it is my business to speak about the fact that he won't be here anymore on the CatFiveBoys podcast, at the very least as a host. Maybe we have him on as a guest in the future, but it's completely amicable. It was he's a cool guy. I wish nothing but the best for Maddie. He's an awesome dude, and he was very reliable, very trustworthy, and just an all-around good guy when he was on the show. And when I needed him, he was there. So I appreciate Maddie for that. George, he gave life to the show at times. He was a funny guy. He had crazy takes at times too, but he was another big piece of the show in the early stages, but he couldn't continue with it, and he had some other stuff going on in his life as well, and again, just couldn't continue with it. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Life happens, and we can't really control that or change that. So, with the spirit of that, I'm going to continue with the show. I'm going to stick around. We're going to grow this thing as much as possible and continue to entertain you guys with quality guests and quality content. So, with that being said, I know I went on a little bit of a tangent there, but let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show here. So, first and foremost, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Of
course. This has been a long time coming because obviously we've been together for a long time. So she was with me when I first started the show. Mm-hmm. You're finally on.
I am.
Are you excited?
It's a long time coming. I'm a little nervous.
She's a little nervous.
Yeah.
It's okay. We all get the yips.
I'm always behind the scenes and listening.
Listen, if you guys like the clips, a lot of the clips were edited by that one. You know what I mean?
It's not that good, but
no, they're good. They're great. Like, to be honest with you, I couldn't do it without her. To be honest, like, I'm actually not even saying that like just to say it, just because she's here, but I actually could not do it without. If you guys like the clips, give a little thank you to her in the comments. All right.
If they don't like it, then it wasn't me.
Yeah, if you don't like it, it was definitely still her. Okay, but anyways, regardless, we finally have you on the show. We're gonna be talking about a lot of good stuff today. A lot of big political things, societal things. Are you ready for that? Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
All right, awesome. Well, we're gonna start with the Reddit posts. We're gonna go into the Reddit section of the show here, and we're gonna start with "Am I the asshole?" Mm-hmm. Let's get into it. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we got. Sorry, let's see what we do. Let's see what we got. Am I the asshole for replacing pictures of my cousins with pictures of my dog? My grandpa's birthday was a couple of weeks ago. 6 weeks before his birthday, I texted all of my siblings and cousins. There are 9 of us, and told them to send me a picture of themselves within the next 4 weeks so I can put it on a phone case for our grandpa's birthday. 2 weeks later, I sent the text again saying I needed pictures of them, and anybody that chooses not to send pictures will be replaced by a picture of my dog.
Oh.
I had 3 cousins tell me to screenshot something from their Instagrams. I didn't respond. I sent a text out the day before I put in the order saying anybody that did not send a picture of themselves in the next 24 hours will be replaced by pictures of my dog. Mm-hmm. The same 3 cousins never sent pictures. Their spots have my dog in a sombrero, my dog at the pumpkin patch, and my dog in a chicken costume.
They really love their damn dog.
They love their dog. Yeah. They came over for my grandpa's birthday and saw him open his new phone case. They saw their pictures weren't on the case and got mad at me for not picking something off their Instagrams like they told me to. I said that I sent them 3 reminders to send me a picture with a clear warning that anybody that did not send a picture would be replaced by a picture of my dog. They knew exactly what would happen. My grandpa finds it hilarious, and their parents are telling my parents that I kept them off the phone case on purpose, and they want me to apologize. Am I the asshole for replacing them with pictures of my dog because they never sent me a picture? Thoughts?
I don't think.
No.
What?
Give your reasoning.
I don't think they're the asshole.
And she just gives the damn thing. Give your reasoning. Why?
Oh, because I'm guessing this is a girl. I don't think this would be a guy.
Well, I don't know. It says fickle caller, which honestly, funny enough, this person seems like they're a very big dog person. Yeah. They're one of those like dog ladies. Probably. Anyways,
I think because this person gave 3 damn warnings, even after the fact that they said, "Oh, take a picture for my Instagram," this person still said that, "Oh, no, I need like an actual picture, like a picture of you, not from your Instagram." 3 damn times. I don't know. I think.
Yeah, I think Grandpa liked it, so that's a W. Grandpa liked it.
So does that mean that Grandpa doesn't like those 3 cousins? Because, like, did he notice that they weren't in it? Because the rest of them and the siblings were in it. So is this another argument? We caused another argument.
Could be. Oh. Could be. I think personally, I'm gonna have to do that in editing. But anyways, I think personally, there's a cut there, but don't worry about it. It's not a cut like that. I think personally that. I lost my train of thought.
Take your time.
I lost my train of thought, motherfucker.
You got
it. I have some sort of image in my brain about these cousins and what they look like. And they have to do with the image of my brain of the cousins that she has. No, but I feel like these cousins are probably the type of cousins that are in, at the club. And, they're like,
really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that, like, you're like that type of modern person. You're probably young. You're probably that type of modern person that you can't send a picture of yourself because all the pictures of yourself have like you in a fucking 2-piece bathing suit or a crop top or some shit at the club or something like that. Those are the extent of the pictures you have of yourself. So you can't really send a picture of yourself because then it's just gonna be too provocative. But then again, why would they say, "Why are you getting just get from my Instagram"? I don't know.
Wouldn't their Instagram have the same thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
They are that type of person.
I don't know. I think personally.
I don't think they're the asshole.
I don't think you're the asshole. I mean, you could have just gotten it from the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You're being a little petty. You know what I'm saying?
They could have, but then at the same time, it was made clear that he or she didn't want to get it from their Instagram.
And a little bit petty. A little bit petty.
I guess. But are they really an asshole for that?
Because they never said, "I'm not going to get it from your Instagram." They just like gave the reminder. And then the cousins were like, "Get it from our Instagram." And then the poster just continued and then gave another reminder and then did the pictures of the dog.
I still don't think they're the asshole.
Yeah.
Maybe a little petty. Maybe a little.
Yeah, they're definitely petty. They're definitely petty.
I mean, I guess it's a preference because maybe they wanted like a selfie, and not like a body picture of one would have on their Instagram.
Maybe not a selfie, but like, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, but I still don't think they're the asshole.
All right, let's read some of these comments then.
Okay.
So I don't know what I mean. I don't know if I say not the asshole though. Excuse me.
I think it's a little petty. But I don't think they're the asshole either.
It most certainly is petty. Are they the asshole though?
No.
I mean, is that an asshole thing to do?
No. I think it's a petty thing to do.
I would say not the asshole, but just barely.
But barely.
All right, let's read some of these comments. Hawaiian Stylin said, "Grandpa liked it. That's all that matters, not the asshole." And then somebody replied, "Exactly. If Grandpa's happy, then mission accomplished." And then somebody else put this, and it's not your fault that some people can't follow instructions. And then somebody said, or are too lazy. Somebody said, to be honest, the cousins got off lightly. If I was OP, which is original poster, by the way, I would have gotten the malicious compliance route. I would have gone the malicious compliance route and either pulled the most embarrassing picture of them from their Instagram, screenshotted the text thread of them saying just screenshot something and include that on the phone case. But then it just ruins the phone case for Grandpa.
The phone case.
That just ruins the phone.
Now that's petty. Yeah. Now that's petty.
Yeah. Someone put not the asshole, and Grandpa finding it hilarious is a win. Also, who paid for it? Did you pay for it yourself or did others ship in? And then the OP said, I paid for it. So the thing about it as well that I was thinking about is that this was their gift to the grandpa. So if they didn't want to like have to ask again type shit, or like if they didn't want a screenshot, if they specifically asked, let me get a picture of yourself for the phone case, and they, their criteria was give me a picture of yourself, give me a picture, not let me go to your Instagram and find one. Then whatever, that's your gift, like you do it if you want type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just another aspect to it. I mean, you're not an asshole all the more because it is your gift, so you do with it what you like. And to be honest, they probably don't have the best relationship, the cousins, considering. But let's see here. Probably a bunch of leftists. All right. Someone said, not the asshole. You gave them plenty of warnings and told them exactly what would happen if they didn't send. Yet, you could have screenshot something off their social, but they didn't want to make any effort, so they didn't need to be on the gift.
Yeah. I agree.
I can't say that's wrong,
I agree.
The story has many elements I enjoy. An earnest narrator, lazy cousins, a picture of a dog in some kind of headgear, and laughing grandparent. Your lazy cousins and the handwriting relatives can kick rocks, not the asshole. Sorry, your hand-wringing. Hand-wringing. Not the asshole. For those saying it's not that hard for OP to go to each of their IG accounts and screenshot a pic. It's even easier for those cousins to do it themselves because they know which photos they would like OP to use, and OP doesn't have and doesn't have to try to choose. Doesn't have to try choose. Whatever.
Right.
Like serious. If they want their pic on a gift that OP is making and paying for, they can freaking send their own photo. Exactly. The audacity to tell you to go get a pic of them. They were so lazy. They didn't participate after multiple warnings, which you were very kind to give. They didn't Didn't they clue you in? Didn't they clue in that you kept giving warnings and they haven't participated or even checked in with you? Like, hey, were you able to get a pic off my IG? And their parents telling you to apologize? Fuck that. Tell the cousins and parents to grow up. They should be happy you asked everyone in the first place. Honestly, that's something that pisses me off, bro. Especially if in the context they're adults, all of them. Mm-hmm. Why are the parents getting involved?
Yeah, this seems like full adults.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Why are we? I'm telling you, this is so petty.
To me, that just lends more to the theory that they're like a bunch of like club going fucking. Like,
I thought you were gonna say leftists.
I mean that too. But club going like modern people. It kind of just lends to that because who else would be going to the club all the time? No. Who else would be going to the club all the time except for like mommy and daddy's like leeches? You know what I mean?
So I guess everyone agrees that they're not the asshole.
I guess. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Here we go. So we're gonna do relationship advice this time. let's jump into it. These are kind of depressing, so let's knock out the relationship depressing ones, and then we'll move on to the Am I the Asshole? Ready?
Right.
Boyfriend, male 21, lied to me. Girlfriend, female 22.
About
Me and my
what?
boyfriend have been dating for 11 months and have been
Oh.
together for 13 months. The other night, I was talking about the first time we said I love you. I said it to him first, and he said it back. I asked if he really meant it the first time, and he said he said it. Sorry, the first time he said it, and he said no. I said I love you to him in December, and I'm barely finding this out now. He also said in the first months of this relationship, he did not see us being together for very long. He lied to me for the first half of our relationship and honestly treated me like shit. But he made it clear that he doesn't think that way anymore, and I really do believe that. The past few months have been great for us. I've never felt closer to him, but now that I know how he felt towards me in the beginning, I can't stop thinking about it. I have been a wreck for a few days now, and I'm confused. He obviously loves me now. I'm so hurt, and I don't know what to do. Do I leave him? Do I try to work it out with him? Thoughts?
I don't think that she should leave him.
Okay.
But that's still like, damn.
I mean, I didn't love you the first time I said that. Okay, no, I know. Sorry, it's a joke. It's a bad joke. Bad
Yeah,
joke.
that's a pretty bad joke.
It was a bad joke.
Anyways.
It was a bad joke. It was a bad joke.
It's really shitty. Because, like, why would you say I love you to someone that you don't love? Like, if you really don't mean it. It's okay to say, like, I want to be with you, but I'm not there yet.
But he didn't, though. That's the thing.
He didn't. Like,
that's what I'm kind of like wrapping my head around. Because according to what she's saying, I don't know to what extent. Because all she said was, and honestly, he treated me like shit. Let's just take her at her word. When it comes to this, chances are he was just a guy who wanted some pussy. You know what I mean? And then he ended up falling in love with the pussy he was getting. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like he was lying to her, but for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I don't know what I'm saying.
No.
I had a point to that, but I completely forgot where I was going with that.
No, I went completely off track.
I completely forgot what I was going with.
I think it's... I don't think... Okay, at the end she was like, oh, should I break up with him or should I try and work it out? I think you should try and work it out. It's still like really... I mean, I'm going to take her for her word. She said that he's treating me...
Like
good.
shit.
No, I'm saying now. She
said...
now.
Now.
In the beginning, when he lied about that I love you when she didn't know. That would put a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
It would hurt my feelings a lot, and I feel like that's just something that you should talk about. Maybe he apologizes.
Yeah.
See if he...
Did she say that? He lied to me for the first time, but he made it clear he doesn't think that way. He made it clear that he doesn't think that way anymore. So I'm assuming there was an apology in there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, don't break up with him.
Yeah, no.
If he is treating you better now.
Yeah, I think people get into relationships for all sorts of reasons, especially in today's day and age. So if you're in a relationship with somebody, or you're getting into one, and you're like meeting off Tinder or some shit like that, you're probably just there to fuck, and then maybe you fall in love, and then things happen. You start really liking this person. You're like, who? It's not just a pretty face, not just a pretty vagina.
You got it.
There's more to this person, and I wanna continue to see that. If he is truly being better, then go for it. Keep going, keep pushing through.
But I feel like this is something that they've already talked about. Hence why she said.
No, yeah, they've already talked about it, but she's still kind of fucked about it. Which I mean, it's understandable. You're gonna be, yeah. But don't
break up with
him.
him for that.
Don't leave him.
No.
Don't leave him.
If he's truly.
Yeah, if he got better and you can see the change in the relationship.
But if this was a situation of like, and he's still treating me like shit and whatever, then yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, at that point, you probably should leave.
But since it's not the case, then.
Yeah, no. At the end of the day, people get into relationships for all sorts of reasons, and relationships evolve. They're not not all of them start out the best, and they don't all start out like the dream that you had or whatever the case may be. But you got to work towards it. You got to work towards what you want. If that's the person you actually like that person. I just don't really subscribe to the idea that you should leave somebody over shit that happened in the beginning of your relationship, especially if it's going good now.
Yeah.
Just fucking fight for it, I guess. All right.
Next depressing.
Any further thoughts on that?
No, I agree with you.
All right. Sounds good. Oh my gosh, this is an essay. Anyways.
Oh.
All right. How do I, 23, female, go about breaking up with my boyfriend, 31, male, without causing a mental spiral? Trigger warning, suicide, suicidal thoughts. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Damn it. Whatever. Mental health, PTSD. I would try to make this as short as I can while also providing important details. My boyfriend and I have been together for just over 4 months, and while normally when a relationship isn't working out this early on, I would just cut ties to save us both the time and effort we could be putting somewhere else. That's a pretty shitty way to think about it.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah. However, in this case, I worry about the after effects of what a breakup could bring. My boyfriend is 31 years old and was in the army early in his life. In doing so, he says he has extreme PTSD from the things he saw and did. He won't ever clarify or tell me about what happened specifically. Having never gone through anything even remotely close to the things people see/go through in the military, I can't claim to know if he does or does not actually have PTSD. I can, however, say that I have caught him faking nightmares that he claims are from his experiences, and the few stories that he told me he heavily fabricated, which I found out through listening to him tell the stories to a close friend. He changed extremely important details multiple times and couldn't keep his story straight. He says he has severe depression, anxiety, supermanal thoughts, has attempted unalivement multiple times, and says he has various health issues while making his life extremely hard. Which make his life extremely hard. I try my best to be there for him where I can in terms of listening to his problems and trying to offer solutions or just a shoulder to cry on, if necessary. Most of the time, his problems come first to mine, which is okay with me most of the time, but on the rare occasion where I am distraught and genuinely need him to be there for me, he will turn the conversation toward himself. For example, I had a really bad day at work and had a distressing fight with my dad. I called him in tears and asked if I could tell him about my terrible day, and he started talking about his rough day at work and how many panic attacks he had. The one time I called him out on it, it turned into me consoling him because he got so upset with himself for upsetting me further. He wasn't like this in the beginning. We got along much better, and I enjoyed my time with him immensely. But randomly, a switch flipped to where he became very needy and childlike, to the extent of just putting quote unquote ... in response to multiple text messages, to where if I want any sort of conversation with him, I am forced to ask him what's wrong, or in person he will keep his head down or mumble under his breath to force me again to ask what's wrong. That's some kid shit.
That's so childish.
All right, guys, I know I'm like reading for a long time. It's almost done.
No, you're almost done.
The reason I am so hesitant to actually pull the Band-Aid and break up with him is that he tells me all the time how I'm the only thing holding him together, how I am the reason he is still here, how much he loves me, and how special I am. Yes, I am aware that this is love bombing, or at the very least manipulation. But I still worry about his mental health if I were to leave. He has attempted unalivement before. I do have confirmation on at least one attempt, though he claims more. And I worry he will try again. But I also worry about crushing his self-esteem. I don't want to intentionally break his heart and hurt him deeply, but I know that this is not a relationship that I want. I also admit that if I were to break up, I selfishly don't want to lose some of the friendships I have made with people that view us both as friends if it were to get really messy. I truly do care for him, but not in the way that he wants or deserves. I have never been in a situation like this and don't know how to let him down easy, so to say. TLDR, how do I go about breaking up with my boyfriend, if possible, in a way that won't send him into a downward spiral? A lot of reading, man. Thoughts on that?
This is a little bit of a sticky situation. But at the same time, not really, but at the same time... Really? I don't know. Like, I just feel like he's the type... I mean, clearly he is. He's the type, like, whenever there's something wrong in a relationship, he just throws out either love bombing or, like, I'm gonna...
Yeah, like a blackmailer, like,
yeah, like,
I will take my own life.
Like, that's not someone you should be with. Or that's, like, not okay. Like, no, it's just not okay. And, oh my, this is, I don't know what to say.
I have a lot of, I mean, I think communication is a big thing, right?
Yeah.
So, speak to the bro, you know what I'm saying? Speak to the bro. And let him know, because I mean, there's a difference between you feel bad in a relationship, therefore you want to leave, like you want to cut loose, versus I just don't want to be with this person anymore. Like I do not have interest in this person, right? There's a difference, right? So one is I still have interest in them, but there's a lot of stuff going on that makes me want to leave. versus I have no interest in this person anymore, at least in that way. So if it's the latter, I don't have interest in this person whatsoever. I just don't. Then yeah, you got to talk to bro. Let him know, hey, listen, I've lost feelings. I don't have feelings for you like that no more. I know I'm really sorry, whatever, and just give the whole spiel. You know what I mean? And then leave.
But she said she's worried about the fact that he would be the type to.
I know it's not your responsibility. So, your responsibility is not caretaker for this guy, right? Yeah. So your responsibility is, to be the best human being you can possibly be in your own life. Yeah. And we're gonna have different views on what that means, but generally speaking, your responsibility is not him or his well-being. You know what I mean? To the various extent that as long as you don't do anything to hurt him, which and
they've been dating for 4
intentionally.
months.
Say what?
I thought this would be the type of they've been dating for almost a year.
Been together for just over 4 months, yeah.
This is something, and he's doing this.
I mean,
this is bad.
Like I said, if it's not something you like, or if it's not something you're interested in at all anymore, then leave. You know what I mean? There's no point in staying. There's no point in doing anything like that if you really just don't want to be in the relationship anymore. But if it's you still want to be and you still want to try, to push through and whatever, then talk to him about it. If you I always see this in the lens of Catholicism, but if you were a Catholic, I'd say go to a priest and talk about it. But but you're not. So I don't know. Go to a shrink. Go to a fucking a couples therapy thing, I guess.
No. Just talk about it. Just talk about it with him.
Yeah, but she already talked about how that doesn't really work. So,
well, then
go to a shrink. Like I said, go to a couples counselor. Talk about it there. You know what I mean? But that's only if you still want to be with him.
And it's kind of showing that she doesn't.
No, yeah, I mean,
she's just scared of what he might do.
Yeah, it seems like she doesn't, but
I think she made it clear. No.
Yeah, she said.
I think she made it clear that she doesn't want.
But I know this is not the relationship I want. So I don't know if that means this is not the type of relationship I want, or if I just don't want this relationship. Period. So I gave both of my.
I think she wants a relationship, obviously, just not like this. At least, I feel like she would want for it to be fixed, but I think she's slowly but surely losing hope.
Yeah, probably.
For a guy like this.
Probably.
So I suggest leave.
Yeah, I would say get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, because this is gonna turn really, really bad. Yeah. Or maybe probably worse.
And I would also say, if you're really worried about him, doing something like that, also talk to your friends that you're mutual friends with. You know what I mean? Have them, be more. Spend more time with the dude. You know what I mean? So, you guys got mutual friends. Hang out more. But yeah, get out of that relationship.
And he's also shown to lie about certain things.
Yeah, he's probably that type of guy that he wants a lot of attention, and he wants a lot of coddling.
This is just somebody that no, just leave.
Which I mean, listen, he was in the military. He's done a lot of shit apparently.
Yeah, of course.
And he's been through that type of shit. Mix that with a personality that likes to be coddled and is childish and stuff like that. It's not really a good mixture. At least left unattended, it's not a good mixture. So
yeah, no. I'm not one to suggest someone to leave, but in this case,
I mean, no. If you just don't want to be in a relationship, just leave.
And at least, just leave. Those were really depressing. Let's move on.
Nothing more with that.
No.
All right, let's move on to the last. The last Reddit post. This is an Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for asking my sister to clean a little more often? Okay, so I, 21 female, and my sister, 19 female, have lived together for over 2 years now. Recently, I was fired, and since housing was provided by my employer, I went homeless for a while. Thankfully, she helped me through it, and we both found a place to stay. And I really needed that. Since I found a job, and she paid for the first 2 months, and I was still waiting for my paycheck. We moved into an apartment that is shitty on its own, and it was extremely dirty, and now we got cockroaches and mold in some places, and we barely have to get this place to at least be decent on our own. Thing is, my sister has a cleaning problem. Even when we shared a room, she'd always throw her clothes everywhere around the room. She'd eat and leave everything in there. She'd never clean the house or kitchen, and that created problems with the other people we lived with. But I'd always clean after her and make her bed whenever I'd do so. Thing is, now that we moved, I'd like to keep the place as clean as possible, and I'm also willing to put a lot of work into it, but she's not. And I'm not always going to clean after her, even though I'd love to keep this place clean. She keeps saying that she doesn't care, but well, this is what we got to do. And we can't just live like this. I refuse to live like this. I can feel my patience slipping away and turning into a quiet rage, and I'm just about to blow. I wish she'd do more. I wish she'd at least do something. We lived in poverty, and my parents neglected us and the house, and that's traumatic to me. The house is dirty. I don't feel comfortable. Seems like it has impacted us differently. I had a little fight with her and told her to stop putting her garbage and makeup everywhere, but it just looks bad, or cause it just looks bad. I love her more than anything, but I don't want to live in a house that's full of garbage. I avoid conflict because she did help me a lot, but I still feel like this is the work that we both have to do in order to keep a place, in order to have a nice place. Am I the asshole?
You should give your opinion first.
I think that listen, she took you out of homelessness. She paid for 2 months of your rent or something like that before you got a job, before you were able to get a job. All that type of shit, right? I mean, I don't know. I think you guys moved in or whatever the fuck together, you know? She saved your skin, basically.
Yeah.
The least you could do is clean for the bitch. All right? That's my, like, for me, it's not like a transactional thing. I understand. She's your sister, you know. But you got to have that mentality with people. Because if you just, like, it's good as a person to receive help, but to repay that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just allow somebody to give you help that they didn't need to give you. And just like, oh, okay, that's fine, you know, like, and then like, get on their ass for shit. Like, I understand she needs to be more cleanly, but clean up the house. I don't think the house is that big. It's just the two of you guys living there. You know what I'm saying? So, clean up the house. You know.
Is the sister? Did she talk about the fact that her sister is like working and does she still not have a job, or she has a job? They both have jobs.
I'm assuming she has a job because she paid for like apartment or something like that. She said she paid for the first 2 months.
Oh, well.
Like I said, she saved your skin. You know. Provide that, like, that repayment. Although there isn't one necessary, I suppose, depending on your relationship with her. But provide that repayment anyways by cleaning up after. Not for the rest of your life.
No, of course.
You know, like, you can get out of there once you get your feet up. You know, once you get back on your feet, get the fuck out of there.
I'm assuming this isn't like a temporary, like, this isn't like
a forever
thing? Yeah, permanent. I feel like the least
I don't think it should
do
be.
is like,
you shouldn't live with your partner. I mean, your sister for the rest of your life.
Show your appreciation.
Appreciation. Yeah, like, you know, you shouldn't live with your sister for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So, get yourself an apartment and get out of there. But for the meanwhile, clean up after. You know. I mean, at the end of the day, don't go into her room if she has her own room. Don't go into her room and clean that shit. You know, like, that's her stuff. But if she leaves stuff in the kitchen, just clean up after her, bro. You know?
Yeah.
At least to me personally, that's my thoughts on it. Are you the asshole? No. Barely no.
No, I wouldn't consider it asshole.
Yeah, you're not being an asshole, and you're not the asshole here.
But what's the word? What's the word?
What?
I don't know. What I wouldn't want to call her the asshole because she's not, but she's. Forget it.
Anyways, there are no comments on this one.
We're the first.
Interesting. All right. Well, any further thoughts on that?
No.
She's not the asshole. You heard it here first, guys.
No.
All right. So now we're gonna hop in to some of the more curated topics for today. First and foremost, again, this is a long time coming, considering the fact that we've been together for a long time. I started the show. She was with me. We started the show. She was helping me out for a very long time. We had a lot of conversations about you coming on.
Yeah.
A lot of conversations.
For a long time, it was no, that I didn't want to.
Yeah, no, I mean, we had a very long stint with a bunch of guests coming on, back-to-back weeks, guests, left and right. So, you know, it was either have her on with the guests, which I'm not going to do that.
No.
Or,
no.
You know, wait till we didn't have any guests. But, I mean, once we didn't have any guests, I just stopped doing the show at all.
Oh, my goodness. That's hilarious.
But now that you're on, it's a fun time. All right. So,
I'm so nervous. Why?
You're nervous?
I don't know why.
All right. Anyways, so we're going to go into some of these topics now. First and foremost, I wanted to speak to you a little bit about, I mean, considering you're a housewife and, you know, in the future, what are your plans? What do you want to do in the future?
Continue being a housewife. Hello.
All right, but what else? Like, what else do you want?
I really want to be a mom.
Okay. How many kids do you want?
Dream would be 4.
4 kids.
Minimum 2.
Minimum 2.
Minimum.
What's your maximum?
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Maybe.
I'll push it to the 5.
Oh, yeah.
So
Just leave it at 5.
max is 5.
Minimum.
Dream's 4. Minimum 2. All right.
Yes.
What's your dream as in like genders for the kids?
Oh, the perfect...
There's only 2, by the way, guys.
Yes, there's only 2. Don't. Yeah, no.
Only 2.
If, let's say for my dream, it'd be 4 kids, so I'd want it to be. Sometimes I wish it could, or I wonder if it could be 3 boys and 1 girl, knowing your genes.
Yeah, I have predominantly boys in my
Yeah.
family. That's for sure.
I have this strong feeling that we're just gonna have that one miracle of 1 girl, and then I'd create a whole football team of boys.
I don't know because like, this is the thing about me, right? I mean, it's true. It's true. In my family, obviously, the gender comes from the sperm of the man, you know, because the woman's egg is always X. So then the man ends the X or the Y. At least as far as I know, you know, what's it called? Anatomy.
Who knows nowadays?
Yeah, you know, there might be the Z, the Z chromosome. You know what I mean? But I do have predominantly boys in my family. Like my brother, he had 2 boys and 1 girl, but his first child was a girl. You know, so that is, and then not only that, but my parents, it was 3 boys and 1 girl, so there's, you know, more boys there. And then the girl was like the last child to come out. And then a lot of my cousins are boys. Like, I literally have all boy cousins, at least from the males in my family, all boy cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we don't have that strong of a 50-50.
Of an X chromosome.
I have a strong feeling I'm gonna end up with all boys.
Yeah, and then even my grandma with my grandpa, they had like majority boys. Yeah, like in their family. So chances are we're gonna get all boys or mostly boys, but obviously we're hoping for.
I'm hoping you really want a girl first. I really want a boy first, but who knows? Maybe my mind will change. But I really want a boy first.
Yeah, definitely.
Or yeah, like I said, my dream would be 4, so I'd want 2 boys and 2 girls.
2 boys,
or 3 boys, 1 girl. But no, I'd want her to have a sister. No. So 2 boys, 2 girls. Yeah. I know you'd prefer for it to be like, what? 2
and 2 is good with me. I mean, if we're having 4. If we're having 5, which that's what I prefer. I want 5 kids.
Yeah.
Listen, what does it say in the Bible? Something like, children are like arrows in the father's quiver. You know, the more he has, the more arrows he has. You know what I mean?
I haven't heard that, but
keep talking. I'll bring it up.
Yeah, I don't know why you really want a girl first. I don't know why you think, at least me personally, I've always thought of like the brother being the oldest and then the younger sisters, but you really want the older sister to be like I was about to say the head of the household. The like, what's the word?
Yeah, I want her to be like
the one they look up to, I guess.
One they look like their influence, I suppose, in some way, because the boys are always gonna have like that like manly bravado, you know what I mean, where it's like, you know, I'm the man type shit. But you know, they're gonna have a sister. I want them to have like a sister who's older, who's able to kind of
wiser.
Yes and no, because truth be told, the more I think about it, the less I want a girl first, because I want there to be one boy who's kind of like the grandmaster, who like He's like the guy. He's like the guy who is. He's the oldest. He's the most wise or whatever the fuck. And he like guides all the other kids to be good or whatever. But then if it's a girl, I also don't mind. And then the boys are always going to be stronger than the girl, so they can protect her. But she's like not really their leader, but at the very least, they're like she's like a trustworthy one, a reliable one. You know what I mean? Like she's the oldest. You know what I mean? So she's like the older sister. You know, whatever. Or the oldest sister.
No, not for me personally.
This is the Bible verse I was speaking about. Children are a heritage from the Lord. Offspring a reward from him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. That's what it was.
You were there.
I want to have as many kids for my quiver. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I was close. I was close. You know, I was close there.
You were there.
I was close.
You had the right idea.
So you want to be a mom?
Mm-hmm.
That's like your main thing you want to be?
Yes, I do.
Do you want any career?
No.
You don't want to go to school?
No.
Done having kids or whatever?
No. Just mom through and through. I feel like that's the most.
We stressing out here, boys. We have to provide for a family and a woman who's not working. I mean, that's how it should be, right? But in today's day and age, feminism has kind of done a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most fulfilling thing, or like nothing else would be able to fulfill me than having, like, a big, beautiful family.
Yeah,
with a loving husband.
When you die, and I hate to say this because this is kind of a quote from Andrew Tate, and I'm not the biggest fan of bro, but he says some right shit. Mm-hmm. When you die, as as a woman or whatever, wouldn't you want to be surrounded by your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids? You know what I'm saying? Like your grandkids.
Nobody's gonna ask you either. Hey, what did you do?
What was your career?
What was your career? No, like, it's all gonna be your family. It should be your family.
Oh, you were a secretary in some aviation company?
Nobody
Or you were a secretary for fucking, I don't even know, like some random boss in some random food company or something?
No one cares.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck.
No one cares.
Yeah. No change to the world when you die.
Yeah,
really, actually, no change to the world at all. You might have just made a rich guy's life a little easier. But anyways. So you want to be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on today's day and age of like the trad wife movement? I know you've seen those videos on TikTok a lot of like women in aprons making sourdough bread and whatnot. What are your thoughts on that whole movement? You think it's ridiculous? You think
it's ridiculous?
You don't like it?
It's ridiculous. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like a lot of women are finally waking up as, like, realizing, damn, I really don't want to be working at a corporate office with all these men and my boss is a man telling me what to do and so forth and so on. I'm glad people are finally, like, waking up to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like it, to be honest. Like the whole sourdough bread making, like baking all the time, and like they're in the kitchen and shit, and they have this apron on, like that kind of like caricature of a trad wife.
No, it obviously
on TikTok
is a character. I feel.
No, but I'm saying like the caricature of like a trad wife on TikTok and all the videos that these women are posting about like trad wife shit. You know what I mean? Like what? Like not on being a trad wife. Like I understand being a trad wife is good and all. And, that's probably what you think of being a trad wife is good, like being a traditional woman,
that's what I'm
raising a family, that's good, right? But I'm talking about like the TikToks being posted of these women who are baking in front of everybody, like on video or whatever. They have an apron on, or they're in the kitchen, or they're washing dishes, or they're making a sandwich, or they're whatever the fuck. And, it's like the trad wife stuff on TikTok.
What do you not like about that?
I think it's performative. I think it's performative.
I mean, maybe some of them could be performative. But most of the ones that I see, I enjoy, and it's mostly just women talking about how they like being a housewife, they like being a mom. I don't necessarily see anything wrong with that. Why do you?
This is what I'm talking about right here. Oh my gosh, that's loud. Okay. This is what I'm talking about right here. Let's bring it up. Oh, wait. Oh, that's copyright.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm talking about right here. You got a woman who's like, and a lot of the time it's satirical because they make like really shit food.
Well,
but
yeah.
The ones that are being serious, where they're like actually cooking shit or they're actually baking something.
What's wrong? Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is satirical. This is a bad example. Give me a second. Let me pull up a better example than this.
You feel like most of them are being performative?
I think it's very performative. I think that a lot of these women feel like it's a status thing, like, or it's some sort of like some sort of like status boost to be a trad wife, quote unquote, in today's day and age. And it's ironic because posting on social medias and being like a personality on social medias and stuff like that is in and of itself not traditional. Like motherfucker, if you're supposed to be in the kitchen, get your ass off Twitter and be in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's kind of like performative. It's like, and we're gonna get into this a little bit after. It's like the whole Christian thing too. It's like, I'm a born again Christian. I feel like a lot of, especially women in today's day and age, especially we've seen it a lot in the OnlyFans chicks who like convert to Christianity. It's like a label that they place on their foreheads that, oh, I'm a Christian, born again Christian. That's like a status thing. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm a born again Christian, so you can't judge me. Or I'm a born again Christian, so I'm like pure or whatever the fuck. It's, to me, it's performative. It's like this.
I can see like both sides of this. I can see both sides of it, though. I think
Yep, that is in fact. And look at, like, this is what I mean. Like, her whole tits are out.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can show this on YouTube.
Yes,
I just realized she got her freaking milkers out like a cow, dude. And this is what I mean, right? Like, number one, you're posting on social media. Your tits are out. Already not traditional. But because you're squishing water out of a cloth, you're traditional now. And now you're quote-unquote trad wife. This is what this is now.
I feel like I can see both sides of it. I feel like there's sides where it's just women showing off, that not showing off like that, but just showing, a day in the life, or
I mean, look at the
cooking.
look at the first comment. Thirst trap.
Well, yeah, I agree with you that some of it can be performative. I don't disagree. I'm not saying that every video of a trad wife is, what's it called, like, true through and through. Like, obviously there's going to be some of them who are going to be performative, and obviously I don't agree with those, but I feel like the videos that I see most of the time are just moms posting on TikTok throughout their day-to-day life, posting what they do and why they do what they do. And I feel like it can be genuine, and then sometimes it's not genuine. So I don't disagree with you necessarily.
Yeah, I think But
are you saying like most of the time?
Yeah, I think that the vast majority of the trad wife movement and kind of like what has sprouted from that, in the context of, give me a second, let me get back to this. In the context of, like, in the context of trad wife, in the context of posting stuff on like the social medias or whatever, of you being a trad wife, I think it's pretty performative. I think that it's
So what do you like? Because I feel like a lot of women who are housewives or trad wives, whatever you want to call it, I don't really like the term trad wife in the first place, but whatever. Because of that reason, some people find it performative, and then it has no meaning, I guess. But it's like, what do you suggest? Like, what if it's women wanting to show other women that, like, you don't have to be a boss babe, you don't have to work, and life can be fulfilling if you're a mother, and some of them just want to show, their lives to show other women.
I have a two-pronged approach to this. I think that if you are a quote-unquote trad wife and you want to show it off in order to kind of convince other women to become trad wives as well, or to embrace the traditional lifestyle, I think that first and foremost, a lot of these women, who are trad wives are kind of missing the point of what traditionalism is. They dress pretty skanky anyways. They're chronically on social media, and you see it in their like accounts whenever you go into it. Always posting videos. They have a story up, like probably 30 stories up or whatever. They're very chronically on social media, and just in and of itself, that's not traditional. And to me, if I were to think about it, what would be the best way to spread your beliefs in traditionalism is to have kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, have children, and implement your beliefs into those children, and those children will grow and have children who will then have those beliefs as well. Ideally, obviously, people can, you can have a child who has some, the runt of the family who's a liberal or something. But generally speaking, your kids will inherit your beliefs. And so, as a woman, especially if you're a trad wife, the thing you should be focusing on is having kids and raising them to be the girls to be traditional women in the future, and the men to be strong men who protect and provide for their wives, whoever their wives are in the future, and how to pick women too, because guys don't know how to pick women nowadays, and women don't know how to pick guys. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's like the born again Christian shit. It's like, I'm gonna post on Instagram my story of being a chick who used to take it in the ass by 30 guys in one night, and now I've been saved. I'm saved now. I'm gonna post it on Instagram, and then I'm gonna sell a course online.
Yeah.
Like, it's just performative to me. It's like a girl saying, I had a guy who I'm dating you, and I really like you, and you're awesome, and I really want to get to know you. So I'm not going to have sex with you right now because I want to get to know you and I want to take you seriously. But I had a previous guy who I was just fucking around. I wasn't taking him seriously, and I let him fuck on the first day. You know what I mean? It's like when you say to the new guy, who is apparently the guy you want to take seriously, that you don't want to have sex with him, you're being performative in your attempt to show that you're a good person, or to show that you're a pure woman. It's like, oh, I'm gonna stay chaste with you. I'm not gonna I'm gonna not let you inside my pants because I'm a good woman. It's like, but you had sex with the dude previous to this guy on the first fucking night, so it seems pretty performative when you tell the new guy, let's not have sex.
I don't disagree with you when it comes to that. But I just want to ask, like, with the women who are housewives and whatnot, and that's their, like, social media, that's, like, what they do. That's, like, what they post about, and because they want to embrace being a housewife and whatnot. What do you suggest, that they stop doing that? Like, I don't, like, I understand that some of it can be performative, but I genuinely think that most, where they're, like, housewives that are actually doing stuff that is, like, what you do around the house. Like, genuinely what you do around the house.
I mean, I just
not
don't
the
know.
ones
I
that
just
are, like,
don't see
skimpy
why.
Not the ones that are, like, skimpy dressed and
I just don't see why you would have to post that. Like, who
to
like,
show other. It's, what do you mean? It's to same way why you show people what you do in your day-to-day life if you're, like, a vlogger or something.
Yeah, but even that is kind of fucking stupid, unless you're doing fun shit. But if you're cleaning and cooking and washing and whatever the fuck, who really, like, who wants to see that unless you're trying to gain attention on social media platforms?
People who also are housewives, and people who want to be housewives, and people who want to live that type of lifestyle. What do you mean?
I don't think housewives are on TikTok scrolling through fucking shit of other housewives doing housewife shit.
Why do you not think that?
Because I just don't think that's what's happening. It's like,
what do you think is
I
happening?
think those women who are making trad wife shit, the intended audience are men. To like, in the grand scheme of shit.
You show this video, you think this is for, well, like, what do you mean by men? Like, what do you mean it's for men? Like,
yeah, it's for men to see how traditional she is. Oh my gosh, she's so traditional. She's such a traditional woman. I mean, look at the person who actually posted this in the first place is a fucking dude saying this is what an actual trad wife looks like. It's like, if you're giving a informative video about how you do X thing, like, for example, if she's showing people how to do this thing, how to make a recipe, or how to cook a chicken, if this is what she's doing, this is how you do this, then whatever, you're making a how-to video. But if you're just showing yourself cleaning for whatever fucking reason you're doing it, or you're just showing yourself baking and baking a pie for my husband or whatever, or making lunch for my kids, it's like, what do you
find it entertaining?
I think that's cope, to be honest. I think that's big cope.
No, I mean I find it entertaining,
You find that entertaining, because funny enough, I never see you on TikTok scrolling through housewife shit. I see you like.
My stuff is either funny, stupid, and then sometimes it's like housewife stuff.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't really like the type of shit I'm thinking about where it's just a woman who is cleaning or cooking or for no reason. She's just showing you that she's a trad wife, and like that's the purpose of the video is just to kind of like flaunt her tradness.
I feel like you're looking at this in such a negative way. It's
just pointless to me. Why do that? Really?
So why do people post most things then if we're going to go through that route?
Because it's entertaining. What the fuck is entertaining about watching a woman clean?
People find it... Other women. No man is going to find that entertaining.
Yeah, they're not going to find it. You know what they're going to say? And this is why I think it's for men. Because what you're doing is advertising yourself as a housewife. And you know men like that. Men... Or at least a lot of men, they like traditional women, right? I mean, they don't like to fuck them, but they like traditional women. Okay. So what do? They go on there, they post their traditional cooking or traditional cleaning or whatever the fuck, and what do they do? They always get comments from men, this is what a real woman is. Or and at the end of the day, it goes back to it. Every woman wants male attention. And these trad women want male attention, but they do it by posting themselves cleaning shit.
I don't think it's negative for housewives to show what housewives do.
I think it's
I'm not talking about the performative ones that they're wearing the skimpiest dresses.
I mean, even if you're not, it's still performative.
And they're like flaunting it and not like embracing it, but flaunting it and saying how they're better than you and whatever and all that type of stuff. Then that's different. But like the women who do that, or the women who are just cleaning, showing their day-to-day lives, I don't find anything wrong with that.
Like I said, if you're doing something like this, you are showing how to do a thing. That's fine. You're doing a how-to, right? You're like providing some sort of knowledge to people on how to do a task. Versus like for me, like what I'm gonna post a video of me shitting, like I'm gonna take a shit and then I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna play video games, but not show you my video. I'm just gonna show you that I'm playing video games, and then come out and then show like a B-roll of me going to the gym. And I'm going to lift some weights. I'm not showing you how to lift the weights. I'm not showing you, a routine. I'm just doing it, and you're seeing it as my day in the life. How fucking pointless is that video? How pointless is it? And how boring is that video? Versus
I think it's because you find it boring.
I mean, I think it's just boring, period. I mean,
That's your opinion, but I feel like there's a vast amount of people who don't find it boring. Same way how...
I mean, people find a lot of weird shit like entertaining or whatever, like
that's
all sorts
fine,
of. I'm talking about in the general. I mean, look at the trad wife movement. That shit died off quicker than.
No, it's not. If anything, it's skyrocketing.
Actually. I'm talking about the trad wife movement, as in women posting videos of them doing shit that's like trad wife behavior on TikTok and shit.
What are you saying about that? That it's
different? It died. That shit died quick as shit.
No, it didn't.
It really did.
Well,
I don't know like I said, I don't know what weird shit you be watching. Like
weird
you
shit.
You like
I'm
to watch
watching other women clean and cook for their family.
What is that? Like I'm watching women clean and cook. Like what the fuck?
Because
that's the most pointless content. That's brain rot.
Because you're a man and you don't find that entertaining. Same way how I don't find other men fishing and shooting guns entertaining. I find it.
Yeah, but that actually is entertaining.
Exactly. That's my thing. You don't find it entertaining,
bro. That's not even. It's like okay, actually, for whatever. It's like me posting a video of me going to work and working. And you just see me on the computer. You don't know what I'm doing. I'm just on the computer. That's boring as shit.
Okay, you find it boring.
Oh my gosh. Yes, some weird dude is going to be out there who's going to watch. Some
weird dude?
Yes.
You're not weird for liking like what people do throughout their day and, finding
let's
interest
go through it. Look at this. Let's go. Let's see right here.
I don't think Twitter is a good enough place. I don't think Twitter is a good enough place for this.
The dumbest part of these trad wife videos, besides the AI, is that they combine two mutually exclusive ideals of femininity. The unblemished trophy wife with painted nails and makeup, and the hardworking rustic woman. These refer to two different eras of Western capitalism. That's another thing, too. You're a hardworking housewife, but you got nails that were just done yesterday, and you fucking have makeup on, and you got your hair done, and you got like nice shoes and all this type of shit on. I understand that you think that's all. You agree that that's also performative, but that's just another thing I was thinking about. But let's see here.
Yeah, I just think we're arguing about the fact that you find it boring and pointless, and
I think it's performative. That's the thing.
I don't disagree with you. I feel like some of it it's 50-50 to me, honestly, because I find both sides of the spectrum. I find the ones who are clearly being performative and want to do it for views, and they don't really seem like actual traditional housewives, and then the ones that literally look like they just woke up and like, hey, here's my life as a housewife. Here's my day to day.
I think it's all performative, to be honest. I think if you're posting videos of your day-to-day activities as a mom or as a wife or whatever, and you're posting yourself cooking or cleaning the floors or mopping or some shit, I think that that's pretty performative. Regardless of how performative it seems, it's all performative to me. Because why the fuck are you posting that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're truly a housewife, if you're truly a trad wife, rather, then focus on your trad, like,
Who
responsibilities.
Says they're not focusing on it?
Because they're obviously recording it. Like, you can't record a video and be focused on your trad wife stuff or your trad wife duties or responsibilities at the same time. That's not how it works.
I feel like they both can coexist within each other.
I don't think so. You gotta post your phone up. You gotta make sure the angles are right.
That's about it.
Huh?
And press record. That's about it.
Yeah, you think any woman is gonna press record and not worry about what angle they have on or whether or not they look ugly or whatever the case may be? To me, it's like, focus on what you got. Focus on your job. What's your job? To do the dishes or to fucking clean or whatever, or to cook. Focus on that. I don't know why you're posting about it, because you want attention. At the end of the day, why does anybody post anything on social medias at all?
For entertainment. The media is for entertainment. It's to entertain.
To entertain who?
People who.
How do you know they're entertained?
Because people are liking your stuff. People
are
commenting.
So engagement. So attention.
Sure, I guess I don't understand like the problem with it though.
I mean, whether or not you think it's a problem, I'm just saying that's why they do things. Why does anybody post anything? Because of attention, because of engagement. Why do women post that stuff, especially that stuff, because of engagement and because of attention? Because they want the engagement, they want the attention. Yeah, and at the end of the day,
I don't disagree.
The main audience for those type of videos, I'm sorry, it's men. It's really not women.
I'm sorry, it's not.
It's really not women.
You just said it's boring, and you're a man.
Because I understand that it is performative. But a lot of men who are simps, I mean, come on. I mean, at the end of the day, a woman posts any sort of picture online, she's going to get attention from men if she's even showing anything of her body. And most of these trad women are showing their whole bodies. Even if they're like in trad...
What are you talking about? Now I can understand where you're coming from, because most of the videos that you see of trad wives...
Even the ones that where they are dressed in like full trad attire, where they have everything covered, they're covered completely. It doesn't matter.
What doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter that they're fully covered, because they're still going to get male attention by just being in the video.
I mean, of course, because they're a woman.
Exactly.
Men are going to come across that, but there's nothing. If their point of the video, which most of the time is what I see, if their point of the video is because this is what I see most of the time. What I see most of the time is their day-to-day lives and what they do with their kids and what they do around the house. And then in the background of the video, it's their voice, and they're talking about like all the comments that they get about other women complaining and saying how she's in shackles and all this, what these feminists say. That's usually what I see, and that's usually what they do post. Now there's also the performatives ones. Now, there's also the ones who dressed in skimpy-ass dresses and makeup and all to the nines and saying how they're a housewife and they're so traditional and whatnot, when in reality they're really not. Then that's where I agree with you.
Yeah, no. To me, they're all performative, and they're very unnecessary too. It's like, bro, what the hell? You have a job to do. Do it. Get the fuck off TikTok or whatever the shit. Stop pressing record. How about you press the on button on your vacuum? Anyways,
Like,
I don't know if you have any final thoughts, or we can move on.
no.
All right, perfect. So, I also wanted to, kind of diving into this topic as well when it comes to the whole trad wife stuff and the performative nature of it. We kind of talked a little bit about the Christian culture, the born again Christian stuff, and how performative that is. I wanted to get your thoughts a little bit on one Nala Ray. You know who that is?
Nala Ray?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
That sounds familiar, but no. I don't know who that is.
You're going to know immediately when you see her, but...
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay.
Leaving LA.
Woo! That's loud.
Leaving the life. Leaving LA. Leaving the life I had led for 5 years. It became a routine, a lifestyle. Saying no and goodbye to that was so hard.
Whoops.
Yeah, I'm over here like...
Look at that. The guest is telling me what to do.
It started.
Let's go back.
Saying goodbye to $300,000 a month. Leaving LA, leaving the life I had led for 5 years, it became a routine, a lifestyle. Saying no and goodbye to that was so hard. You know, it's really hard for me to hear.
This fucking guy, bro.
God has a better will for your life than what you're doing with it. Like, he has more for you. And I couldn't imagine what that more for me was. I already have fame and wealth, and I have the life right now. I can go anywhere I want in the world. And I'm like, what do you mean more? More than this? I was so scared. I was like, where's my next check gonna come from? What am I gonna do with my life? Like, I sold porn. Like, who's gonna wanna work with me? And all these fears collided. Listen, I know you're scared, but you have this door of darkness that's still open. You gotta close it. If you don't close it, meaning OnlyFans, and like the life I had been living, if you don't close it, you will fall back in. This was right after I got saved. So I deleted my OnlyFans and I was like, God, I trust you. I have no idea what trust looks like in you. I believe that you sent your son to die for all the sins that I had just committed in 26 years. So I was like, here you go, God. Here's my full trust. You have my heart. I was like, God, I spent 26 years of my life sinning against you. Could you let me live another 26 years at least to live for you? I begged God to do that for me.
Oh, we were muted. Sorry. So with that video...
How long were we muted for?
Just for the bit that I was speaking. With that video, I don't know if I want to show you the other videos that I need to show you when it comes to the context of this, or if I kind of just want to get... Let me get your first initial thoughts on that, specifically.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that...
Well, just give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts.
I don't know. This is what I also find... like performative, because I feel like this is now a wave of like now all these OnlyFans girls being like, I'm saved, I'm a born again Christian, and I don't know, it makes me feel weird.
But what do you think about the video itself and what she was saying?
Like what she was saying, I mean, it sounds very Protestant.
Yeah, Protestant.
Pretty Protestant.
I mean, they're both Protestants.
That's all what they do say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it very performative.
Let's see here.
What is there another one that you have to show me?
It's a different thing. That's her husband, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find the other stuff. Sorry for the wait, ladies and gents.
Why? What do you think of it, or of that video specifically?
First and foremost, I think I would have to clear some stuff up first.
What?
That being that I, as a Christian, believe that people can change, and that people have second, third, fourth, fifth, 7,000 chances with Jesus Christ. You know, in Jesus Christ, you got to repent, and you got to believe in the gospel, and you have to sin no more. You know, that's an aspect of repentance, is to move forward and sin no more. To me, this is where it gets problematic, is when you come out of whatever, like for example, in the case of this woman, she was a porn star for a long time. She was OnlyFans chick. She was posting her, she's taking it up all the holes for a long time. And she was providing degeneracy to the public. and assisting in the downfall of a lot of men spiritually. Mm-hmm. A lot of people were probably addicted to the stuff that she was posting. And she made a lot of money off of it. A lot of money.
Ridiculous.
Probably ridiculous amounts of money off of that stuff. And I guarantee you, she never gave it back. She never gave it to charity. She kept it all for herself and continued to do stuff with it.
Yeah,
like traveling
all they
or whatever.
do nowadays is just talk about how they're saved, but never what they do.
What do you mean?
With said money. Or with now platform. That like their platform is now not OnlyFans, it's just them, and how they're saved and how they're happy and how
Jesus
they're
this, Jesus that.
And never like, here's what I'll do.
Yeah, and I think that's
other people.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. That's one of the big aspects of this is there's an acknowledgement of what you did wrong, but where are the actions to make up for what you did? You know what I mean?
Like, you can say how sorry you are and whatnot, but I guess what I want to say is, what are you going to do to help other people? Because you hurt a lot of people. Now, since you know that you caused a lot of damage to other people, what are you going to do now?
Yeah,
like, instead of... Like, you can talk about how you're saved and whatnot and how you're so happy.
How are you going to make up for it?
Exactly. How are you going to make up for it? You can't just know that you have all this money and say how you're saved and say how you're happy and say how you're this and say how you're that and then do nothing for others.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest issues that I and a lot of other conservative voices have on this woman specifically. Is like, she comes on after having sucked dick and put it up her butt and put it up her vagina and put it up her ears probably for how many years she was doing it, and she dunks her head in some water one time and she's saved, and now she's gonna go on.
She's now clean and now nothing's wrong.
Yeah, now she's gonna go on Twitter. Now she's gonna go on Instagram. Now she's gonna go on TikTok and post videos about her being saved and her testimony and how Jesus Christ is amazing and all those things are true. But
your actions have to speak through that, though.
Yeah, where's your accountability?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Where's the accountability? And again, the money she made, a lot of money off evil stuff. Where did that go? You know what I mean? And again, that's one of the aspects of it is the accountability. Where's the accountability? It's nowhere to be found. But another aspect of it that bothers me a lot when it comes to this woman and what she's been doing is, I guess there's actually two more aspects. I'm gonna go with the more lighter one first. She's been posting on her Instagram a lot about like trad shit. I think this is why we also got into the conversation a little bit. And she's been posting like baking shit and stuff like that. And a lot of the time she's like grabbing icing and doing this, or like she's like rolling, like putting her hands through a rolling pin in a very like a suggestive manner. Yeah, like she's doing things that are still sexual in nature. She's dressed very provocatively.
How saved?
It's like those are the fruits of the spirit we're talking about here. You know
exactly.
what I mean? And not only that, but it's like, it just lends more to the fact that it's not genuine. It's not genuine.
Yeah, it doesn't seem genuine.
Yeah, and goes to the third point that I have that really irks me. This is the real one, or the real big one, if anything. She is a brand new Christian, just got dunked in the water type, and she's selling ministry courses online.
What?
Yeah, she's selling ministry courses, and then she denies that she's selling ministry courses. And when she gets into a theological debate with Andrew Wilson, who you don't like, I understand you don't like Andrew Wilson.
No. It's like Andrew Tate.
He says some right shit, but you don't really fuck with him.
He's wrong and he's right, and then he does some shit, and I'm like,
you don't like him, but he's right sometimes.
But he's right. He's right.
When she gets into a theological debate with Andrew Wilson, this is what happens.
Did God not send Jesus to suffer for all of us?
Yeah. He died on the cross.
Jesus is God's son. Yeah.
No, Jesus is God. You're a Trinitarian. Jesus is God.
Well, I'm not a Trinitarian.
What do you mean I'm not a Trinitarian? Do you not believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? Do you not believe they are one? Do you not believe they are three different persons and one being? That's Trinitarian.
Is she a Protestant?
She's a Protestant, but Protestants believe in the Trinity.
Protestants still believe in the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost or Holy Spirit, or whatever you want to call it.
The Holy Spirit, yeah. And we believe that they are three persons, one being. being God, right? One essence, which is God.
So how does she not?
And she's saying he's God's son, right? I'm not a Trinitarian. You don't even know what you're talking about.
But she's
You're not
right, but then she's wrong.
You're not a Christian.
Yeah.
Like if you don't believe in the Trinity,
That's like the most
then
basic.
you're not a Christian.
That's like the number one thing, though. Like
yeah, that's like me telling you I'm a Muslim, but I don't. I believe Jesus Christ is God.
Like,
you're not a
what?
Muslim.
It
What are you
doesn't-
doing?
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense.
And she's out here debating
And
now,
selling ministries
and selling ministry courses,
but doesn't believe in the Trinity.
yeah, or
Right.
says that she doesn't. I'm sure she does. If she were to actually understand what the fuck she's talking about, she would know that part of her belief is the Trinity. But she's speaking to Andrew Wilson as if she's correct. She's so confident in what she's saying.
It's like what I said. I hate when stupid people think everyone else is stupid or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
It's like, what are you talking about? Do you even know what you're saying right now?
I mean,
And you're
clearly not.
selling courses like you're some teacher
But
because
she-
you
but she-
sucked a lot of dick and now you believe in God and he saved you. So now that gives you the right to teach other people about the faith?
That's so stupid and annoying. And then people take her word, and then people are now running with what she's saying.
Yeah, she's leading a lot of people
it's a
astray.
freaking domino effect now.
All right, let's keep watching.
I believe in the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, but he's called this.
Look, see what I mean?
So
I believe in the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, but
That-
he's not the Trinity. But that's not the Trinity.
But-
the fuck?
literally me quedé con la boca.
That's the Trinity.
What?
Son of God because he's the Son of God.
No, he's called by John, God himself. He allowed himself to be prayed to. Jesus Christ is God.
You can pray to Jesus, absolutely, but he is God's Son.
No, he is God. The Trinity.
Then why does the Bible specifically say that God is in heaven on the throne and Jesus is at his right hand? There are two, but they are also one.
No,
Yeah,
listen,
that's-
there is one God.
What Bible are you reading?
I just like to point out.
Again, this is what really pisses me off, right? Because you have your own relationship with God. I hate when people say that, but you have your
my
own relationship with God, right? But when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about,
Stop talking. Like,
yeah,
genuinely, if you're not confident with what you're saying, please, the best thing you can do is just shut up.
yeah, it pisses me the fuck off. And a lot of Protestants don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
And then, but
granted.
they talk like as if they are
As if they do.
all-knowing.
But I will say, when the difference between your average Protestant who is debating you, debating a Catholic, debating an apostolic church follower, versus this chick, is that at the very least the Protestant's gonna know that the Trinity is something they believe in. It's not gonna be like this chick who doesn't even know what the fuck the Trinity is. Like, you don't even know what the Trinity means. And you're talking about it, and you're teaching people about the faith
That's
as if you have
so-
any sort of leg to stand on in that. You understand nothing. What are you on?
And then it's most likely people who don't know much about it, but they're like, oh, see, this OnlyFans girl. She's
Yeah,
now
of
saved,
course.
and now she's selling these courses. Let me learn from her.
Yeah. And you know
But
what?
she's saying this shit. So then now these people are just going to run with what she's saying.
Yeah. And you know what? I like Michael Knowles. I'm a fan of Michael Knowles. I
Yeah.
like the guy. You know what I mean? He seems like a guy who, to be honest with you, I haven't smoked in my entire life. Never smoked.
He'd
Not a
be
single
good
thing.
Guy to
I would
smoke a
fucking
cigar.
pop a cigar with him. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But
A nice Cuban
I
cigar.
hate how these conservative voices, or whatever the case, these Christian conservative voices, because he's Catholic too,
Mm-hmm.
but also George Janko. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of George Janko like I am with Michael Knowles, but at the very least, he seems like a cool guy, whatever. But I hate how these people are spineless and they don't
Yeah.
say it how it is, right? That's why I like Andrew Wilson to a certain degree, right? He is a dickhead at times and he could be a little bit annoying.
But he says
But, yeah.
what needs to be said.
Yeah, he's
sometimes,
not
yeah.
afraid of telling you that you're full of shit. If you're full of shit, you know what I mean? And like the type of people that these people are, and the reason they get so famous is because they don't have anybody there to tell them you're full of shit.
Exactly.
They have people to tell them you're amazing. Oh my goodness, you came.
Keep doing
you
what you're doing.
Yeah, you overcame from something crazy, which was your sucking dick and putting it up your ass. You overcame something so tremendous, and now you believe in God. And it's a lot of these same trad wife women who we were just talking about, who support this type of chick. You know what I'm saying? Who comment in her go queen, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
You're full of shit.
It just bothers me how, apparently, as you're saying, she's selling courses.
She is, yeah.
And now she's saved again, and how she's learned so much, but then you don't even believe in the Trinity.
Yeah,
I'm
what
not
gives
a
you the right?
Trinitarian.
What gives
What
you
does
the right?
that mean?
What truly gives you the right to
I don't feel bad for
teach
her. I
people
feel
about
bad
it?
for the people who are following her and genuinely like not want the best for her. But well, that's crazy.
Who
I don't
learn
want-
from her?
Yeah, who learn from her? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That are out here like trying to hear what she says and trying to learn from her, but she can't even stand on that point.
Yeah, and I can't help but think that it's malicious, that she's
Really?
trying to like profit off of this conversion to Christianity.
Yeah.
Like, granted, sure, I want it to be true that she's truly Christian, that she truly gave her life to Jesus Christ, but all signs point to bullshit, to me at least, where she's selling courses, but she doesn't even know what the fuck she's talking about. Look, she's wearing some booty shorts there in that video.
Yeah.
Like, on top of the fact that she's on her social medias and she's posting videos of her tradness, and she's out here
But still
doing suggestive shit.
Seductive.
Yeah,
things.
she's doing suggestive movements.
You can't help but think that this is just a facade.
A farce. Like, it's a new way to make money. Maybe, like, to me personally, I believe that this is a possibility. I'm not saying that this is truly what it is, but to me, there's a possibility that she just got so sick and tired of taking dick up the ass, and she wanted to move away from that, but she didn't know a good way to move away from that and still make a lot of money, and she wants to still make a lot of money. So she went the Christian route, and she used Christianity in order to have a method to make a lot of money by selling courses and selling ministries or whatever, and doing that. And that's what I think is a possibility. I hope not.
You obviously hope not. I mean, when she said what she said, I'm thinking of how stupid it was, but then I'm like, I hope her heart is in the right place, but she just doesn't know.
Yeah, you hope not. You know, you hope that.
But then like you said, all signs
point to bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so you can't feel bad when
I
it
hope
clearly
not.
shows that she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I hope she's real about it, but
Who knows?
To the Christians at the back who are kind of enforcing the sisterhood, that Nala, right, told you that she does not consider Jesus Christ to be divine. I do. I consider the Trinity, that Jesus Christ is God. That is part of the Trinity. So
They
to
are
you,
one.
she refutes
Absolutely.
this. She refutes that Jesus Christ is God.
I absolutely
ask you a
did not.
question,
I
Andy?
You
said
did.
God
You
is
did.
heaven
Yes, you did.
on his
Oh,
throne,
God.
and then I said Jesus is on his right hand. If you read the Bible, Andrew, you absolutely.
Is Jesus God?
The Holy Spirit, God, and Jesus
They're
are
three
one.
in one.
They are three in one, but
Okay.
they're
So
three
then
individual.
is Jesus God?
Seriously, one God.
So hang on. If there's one, and the three are one, then Jesus would be what? What would be the entailment of that be?
Dude, they're one, but they are all separate parts. Because, dude, when God was in heaven, he sent his son to earth. So how could God come to earth and die on the cross for his sins? When Jesus in the garden, before he was killed, he was praying to his Father in heaven.
So then they're different entities?
They're three different separate parts.
Yeah,
but
that's
they
a
are
heresy.
one. I'm not denying the
That's a
Trinity.
heresy, literally a heresy.
The thing is, it's hard to debate this because everyone has a different perspective on it. The way that we were raised.
And
What?
a lot of the
What the
time,
hell?
a lot of the time too, he has debates with these type of people, and I'm like, bro, he should have said this. He should have asked that. One question I would have asked her is was Christ created by God? Because that is the heresy he's thinking about. He's thinking about the Arian heresy, where people in the early church were having this belief system that Jesus Christ was a created being by God, when we obviously know he's not.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ has always been God. But he was. But he became incarnate as Jesus Christ in order to fulfill a mission or to fulfill a prophecy. But what he's talking about is that. But I would have asked her straight up, do you believe that Jesus was made by God? Like, do you believe he was created by God? Or do you believe that Jesus was always there, eternal, whatever? Or do you believe that he was made by God? And then given her answer, whatever it may be, you know
Then
a lot.
you
Yeah.
move on to the
That
I
like
agree.
her whole colors would show at that point.
Yeah.
At least when it comes to the heresy or whatever.
And what did she say? This girl. Oh, we can't argue this because we all have different interpretations.
That's Protestantism
That's
right
so
there.
Protestant.
That's why I said before I
We
hate
all have our own relationship
with God, right?
We all interpret it very different ways. So why argue, right?
Yeah,
Of
that's
course,
that's
such a
exactly
good mentality to have.
Yeah, that's exactly like what I was saying before. It's like when people say that, like, oh, it's my own relationship, my personal relationship with God. It's like, no,
That's
man,
so
what?
stupid.
That's the quickest way to go to hell, brother.
Yeah.
It's like,
what if I am living this life and I'm like, what? This is my relationship.
you think it's fine,
And I think it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
but I think it's wrong.
But why do we have to argue it? We all have our different interpretations.
Yeah.
That's such a, I don't even, that's so
I mean,
stupid.
truth be told, nobody has to argue it, right? But somebody's wrong. Right?
Yeah.
Two things cannot. Okay, the law of non-contradiction. Two things cannot be right at the same time that contradict. Right? You can't have two things that are correct and they contradict each other.
Exactly.
You know, this square is also a circle. That's not true. It's either a square or a fucking
It's
circle.
either this or that.
Yeah, it's either a square or it's a circle,
Yeah.
right? So if we have two contradicting beliefs in theology, right, which a lot of these Protestants have a lot of contradicting beliefs with the Catholics and the Orthodox, both of us who, like, if I believe Mary was a virgin and that she was perpetually, or that she was sinless, and the Protestants don't believe that, we can't both be right? We
Yeah,
can't
somebody
both be
has
correct.
to be.
Somebody's wrong.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we strive for that? Shouldn't we
Shouldn't
strive
we
for
strive
the truth?
to know what the truth is?
Yeah, and then especially when it comes to God and how He wants to be worshipped, Protestants believe it's okay to worship with like guitars and rock
A whole
music
fucking concert.
and a mega church or whatever.
And someone flipping in the air and call it, this is my way of worshiping.
Yeah, but
this is what God would have wanted.
But we think it's not the way God wants to be worshipped. Somebody got to be wrong, and
But
shouldn't we?
It's known that it's not how he wants it.
To us,
Yeah.
to them, they need to be convinced of that. But
Well,
either
yeah.
way, shouldn't we try to achieve that truth, especially if it's about how does God want to be worshipped?
Yeah,
That's a worth trying to
Exactly.
reach that.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of these people, the Protestants for sure, some Catholics as well. I don't believe them to be true Catholics, but no, that's because a lot of Protestants for sure. It's like, oh, like agree to disagree. Like, oh, let's just coexist. Or,
Yeah.
I believe what I believe. You believe what you believe.
No,
or
there's either
it's
there's
my
a wrong
relationship
and
with
then there's a
God.
right and there's
Yeah.
a truth and then there's the lie. Let's
Yeah.
see what it is. Wouldn't we want to know what it is? I don't get it.
Especially if it has to do with your Creator, with your
That you care about so much, apparently.
And it's not even that if you care about him or not, but that it is such a big thing of the being that created you,
Exactly.
right? The
Wouldn't
one that you
want
need to
know?
worship. What's the truth behind
Exactly.
You don't think everyone has
Like
a
God
different
sent his one and only
perspective?
begotten Son and died on the cross for our sins, that whoever believes in him will have eternal life.
And that's another thing about Protestants too. Just to kind of pause it real quick. I'm sorry for pausing it so much, but another thing, real quick. Protestants love to throw out Bible verses.
Oh yeah, they do.
They love that.
do. And then they're like, "Gotcha."
Yeah. Oh,
What are you
but
gonna do?
What about this one? You know what I mean? And it's so hilarious to me. It's like
But then at the same time, they go, "Let's all coexist.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
not argue. Kumbaya."
no, yeah. I mean, but their
Let's
favorite,
all be right.
But their favorite thing is, what about Jeremiah 7:3-5? It's like, dude.
Oh my god.
Like majority of these Bible verses that they cite, there's another Bible verse that contradicts them. You know what I'm saying? Or at the very least, refutes what they say. Or at the very least, there's context.
It's like the whole chapter, but they only read one sentence and they
Yeah.
go, "This is it."
That's what it means.
This
That's what
is
it
exactly
means.
what it means.
Or it says something like, if you do not eat the flesh or eat of the flesh and drink of the blood, there is no life in you. He was joking.
It's a joke. It's a metaphor.
He was
It's
obviously
a joke.
Yeah, he was obviously being unserious.
He likes to be sarcastic
Yeah.
sometimes. Obviously, you don't understand that.
Yeah.
Because I have my own interpretation.
Of course, and obviously Jesus was kidding when he said that. And then also, for example, he said that if you are not baptized, then you're damned, basically. I forgot what the actual Bible verse was, but it was something like that. It's like, if you're not baptized, then there is no life in you, or something like that.
Right.
But he was just kidding, though. Again,
It's a joke. Again.
it's just jokes.
I swear. They like to pick and choose what it is
Yeah.
that they want to understand and then not.
They cherry pick hella, but
But it's always at the end of, let's all coexist. Let's all love each other.
yeah, sewing circle Christians.
Yeah.
God.
So
Remember, Jesus cried out to God on the cross.
Thank you.
so
How
then
did he cry out to himself? Because they are three in one. It's the Trinity. I believe in the Trinity.
And then God turned his back on Jesus in the garden because this had to be done. So how are they, again, like she said, a perfect point. Jesus did not pray to himself.
That's another. I keep on pausing it, I know, but
It's
I keep
okay.
hearing heresies and stuff. But that's another thing too. A lot of people like to cite the fact that Jesus Christ cried out to God on the cross. But what the thing that people fail to understand, this is what happens when you just take a Bible verse and you don't understand it. When Jesus cried out to God on the cross, he was fulfilling a prophecy. So in the Old Testament, when Jesus Christ said what he said on the cross, it is mirroring what was said, I believe, in Exodus, if I'm not mistaken, in the Old Testament. Or I believe it was the flood, if I'm not mistaken, which I think is Exodus. He's mirroring what was said in the Old Testament during that time, which fulfilled the prophecy in the Old Testament. He's fulfilling a new prophecy, and he is repeating and mirroring what was said in the Old Testament. That's why he says that. He doesn't say that because he doesn't have power like God does.
Yeah.
He's saying that to fulfill and to put to wrap the bow finally on this prophecy. The prophecy has now been fulfilled.
Yeah.
That's exactly why there was an eclipse at the point when he died. That's exactly why there was a big storm as well when he died. That's exactly why, because he was fulfilling a prophecy. It's not like people read that and they don't understand the context behind it. It pisses me off.
Would be like, let this cup pass. He prayed to his Father in heaven.
Okay, so then we're gonna so hang on. Now, if you stop spurging, I can answer to this. So just I agree with you that they're three persons. She said 3 parts. 3 parts. Do you think it's 3 parts?
It's 3 distinct beings.
No.
3 distinct beings. God is the being. So what are the other beings? But that's what it is. At the end of the day, that's the best question you can ask. Is Jesus Christ created?
Yeah, that's when you ask that. But
yeah. Because if you truly believe, if it's not just a misunderstanding, right? Maybe you're just retarded. Oh my gosh, I said it. Maybe you're just an idiot, okay? It's funny how I'm the one who's saying this, right? I'm the freaking moron here. If it's not
you said the S word.
What S word? Oh yeah, that's right. It's not like, if it's not the fact that you're just a moron, right? And you truly believe a heresy, then that question would just make it confirm it. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Next time I debate an atheist or a Protestant, I might do that.
Ask.
Yeah, next time I debate a Protestant, I might do that.
So I'm going to ask you again.
Lose it, bro.
Nala says it's 3 parts. Yeah?
I said there are 3 parts.
Yes.
But they are.
Do you agree that
Green
it's
wolf.
3 parts? Okay, 3 parts of one Godhead. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
You do.
There's distinct
Okay,
beings,
then
yes.
I count 3 heretics in one whatever studio. So,
Bro, that's so stupid. Okay, that's where we're gonna end that.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on from the topic, I don't know if you have any final words about that.
No, I think we touched on everything.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go on to one of the things that we had saved here. Let me see which one I want to do. I'm gonna do this one because personally, I think it's a little bit satirical, but let's just assume that we're take away the satire in it, or the possible satire.
Let's
just be serious about it, in the sense like take it as like a real situation that would happen in a relationship. Anyways, let's have this. This is the final thing we're gonna go over, and then we're gonna close out the episode.
It's not really fair that you get to go off and like go out with your friends and get all these drinks and spend all this money when we only have one income, of course, because I'm unemployed. But I like need that money for things for me too. Like I want to go to these Pilates classes. I want to stay in good shape. I want to go out and like have fun. Yeah, I'll grab another. Another? Thank you. So I just think it's a little bit selfish, honestly, and I kind of just wish that you were willing to look at us as a team rather than like a solo situation going on, considering all that I do for you.
All I hear is me. What about me?
Okay. So
you.
Again, beyond the satire, because it probably is like a satirical video.
Yeah.
Beyond the satire, in the context of the dude is the breadwinner, and he's like, I'm not gonna say constantly, but he's very frequently going out with his friends, and he's very frequently, what else did she say he was doing?
Spending
Money, going out with
And
friends and
going
stuff
out
like
with
that.
friends.
very frequently. I'm not gonna say all the time, not constantly, but very frequently he does this. And you don't really do much. You know, you kind of just stay home, and you don't really get your nails done. You don't really do Pilates or whatever the fuck she said. You don't really do much. You know, you don't really spend much money, but he's spending a lot of money on like hanging out with friends and shit like that. What are your thoughts on that? Like, what are your thoughts on a situation like that beyond the satirical nature of the video?
I think it all depends, because I feel like, let's say it's real. Let's say this is a real situation.
Yeah, beyond the satire.
I feel like we all have our purpose in relationships, especially if like only one person is bringing in the money. I don't necessarily like people in relationships thinking only about themselves and how they can benefit themselves, and living with the mentality of like everything's unfair. You're unfair to me. You're having a better life than me. You do more things than I do, and I want to do this and I want to do that. I just don't think that's a good way to like be, or to, I don't feel like that's a good mentality to have in a relationship. I feel like it should be an us thing. Now, let's say like the guy's like only...
So what do you think about him though? Like, what is he doing?
I mean, if that's how he lives, let's say he's the type of guy that only also cares about himself and does nothing with his wife and only cares about himself and going out and drinking with his friends, and I don't think that's a good thing to do either.
But he pays for everything. He provides her whatever she wants in a sense of like.
Then I don't see a problem with.
But he just goes out a lot with his homies.
That's fine. Go out. You're providing my entire life. You give me a house, or you give me a house, I make it a home. You give me food, I make it a meal. You give me children, I give you a peace. I give you peace. I give you family. You're providing everything. If a man is providing everything for you in your life, and you don't have to lift a finger or work or anything, the least you can do is let that man go out and drink with his friends every Saturday night, or here and there if you want.
I actually kind of disagree. Like, look,
I feel at the same time, if he would be the type to just like, that's his lifestyle, like he doesn't spend any time with his wife, and that like, here's some money for food and that's it. And then like, if his lifestyle is more of like, I feel like I'm saying like so many times, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. That's fine.
If he's just the type of guy to be out with his friends all the time, like literally all the time, and drinking all the time, then that's a problem. But I'm saying it in the sense of he's providing everything for you in your life, and all he wants to do is just go out with his friends a couple of times. Then I don't think that there's a problem with it necessarily.
Yeah.
I feel like there's extremes to everything.
Let's rewatch the video real quick. I kind of have to rewatch it.
It's not really fair that you get to go off and like go out with your friends and get all these drinks and spend all this money when we only have one income, because I'm like I like need that money for things for me too. Like I want to go to these Pilates classes. I want to stay in good shape. I want to go out and like have fun. Another thank you. So I just think it's a little bit selfish, honestly, and I kind of just wish that you were willing to look at us as a team rather than like a solo situation going on, considering all that I do for you.
Okay, so beyond the satirical nature of the video, a woman bringing up an actual grievance of, you spend a lot of money on your friends and going out. I would like for you to spend more money on us. Mm-hmm. I actually tend to side with the women on this. I know, crazy.
What, you?
I feel like if you're a man who's in a relationship, you know, and you're committed to this woman, and you know you want to start a family and whatnot, you got to kind of act that way, right? And to a certain degree, financial responsibility is a big thing. Mm-hmm. If you are spending a lot of money on going out with friends,
that's what I disagree with. If that's literally how he's living his life constantly,
you probably shouldn't do. That's like shit you do when you're single. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's like a lifestyle switch you got to make, when that happens. You know what I mean? When you find the woman,
when you have a wife.
Yeah, you got to make a lifestyle switch, and that lifestyle switch consists of spending your money more wisely. You got bills to pay. You got a family to feed now. Even if it's just you and your woman, she's part of your family. Yeah. So you got to feed her. You know, you got to take care of her. these are things that, you know, I mean, the dude is also vaping, but again, I'm just gonna keep it away from the video.
Let's pretend.
The actual meat and potatoes of the grievance that she is putting up. She also wants to do things for herself as well. I think that women like nice things. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to provide your woman with nice things is also nice, but you know, to a certain degree, of course, but. Like, she's not going to go to the club and, you know, any of that shit. Yeah. But, like, if she wants to get her nails done, get her fucking nails. You know what I'm saying? If she wants to get her hair done, get her fucking hair. If, you know, this type of shit, you know what I'm saying? This type of stuff, get her that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But for the man, you have responsibilities. For the woman, you also have responsibilities, right? So it's all about responsibilities. It's all about duties. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, whatever you got extra type shit, have fun with it, you know? So... But that I don't know. That's for me. If he's excessively doing that, he's acting like he's single type shit. That's a problem for me, bro. That's a problem for me. You gotta change your mindset. You gotta change the way you live.
So why do you disagree with me?
I don't disagree. I disagree with you because you're saying that, like, you're saying that she is like being selfish. Like it's all about me. I think that what she's saying, at least in the context of removing the satire. What she's saying is, I need you to be a part of this team. And it feels like you are neglecting your duties in the team.
I don't think... I mean, she could mean that, but that's not what she's saying. She's focusing on things that she wants.
I'm taking, like, the video out of it. I'm talking about, like, if it's the main grievance, which is, like, oh, you're spending a lot of money, you're going out with your friends a lot.
I agree. Okay.
Yeah, that type of shit.
I took it for what she's actually saying.
Yeah, no, the video's fucking
okay, then
stupid.
never mind. Then we agree.
Yeah, no, I mean, I suppose, yeah. But the video's stupid, either way. I mean, yeah, I guess. But the video's like a satire bullshit. But yeah. All right, either way.
Hold on.
What, you're going to put candy in?
Yeah.
Here, I'll hold your mic.
Or dog.
Either way, this is probably going to have to, or this is going to be the last thing we're going to be we're going to be wrapping it up here. Shortly.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Any final words from you about anything we spoke about the entire show? Anything else you got to say? Anything else you want to say before we close it out?
I had so much fun.
W.
I would definitely want to do this again with you.
W.
Maybe I'll be a host.
L.
Whatever. No. I wouldn't want to be a host. Actually.
Who knows?
If
who knows
you were to ask,
what has in store?
I'd think about it. Same way how I thought about it for like a couple months.
She'd think about it. She's gonna ask me, and then I'm gonna think about it. That's what's really gonna happen.
No, but I had a lot of fun. I would definitely want to do this again. You're a good host.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, I'm flattered. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun for me too. I'm glad I had you on. This was a good episode. This was a fun one.
I wasn't boring. I mean, I wasn't entertaining. I'm not flipping in the air or anything, but
we had a good little scuffle in the middle of all that
about the
about the trad wives.
If it goes viral, she hates him. They hate each other.
No, I think that it was an entertaining episode. I think you did a good job for your very first time on the camera. No, I think you did a good job for the first time on the camera.
Why, thank you.
All right, with that being said, thank you very much. Thank you so very much for being here with us, for spending your time with us, for listening to the show, listening to us speak. You could have been anywhere else in the world, doing anything else, listening to anyone else, spending your time anywhere else. But you chose to do it here, listening to us speak about different things, and we appreciate that very, very much. Disclaimer, the views expressed on the CatFiveBoys podcast do not necessarily reflect the views of the CatFiveBoys podcast. Or sorry, the views expressed on the CatFiveBoys podcast by the individual guests do not necessarily reflect the views of the CatFiveBoys podcast. Further disclaimer, the topics that we speak about at times can be a little dark, a little bit sensitive. If that's not your thing, this might not be the show for you. Go watch Cocomelon. We have clips. If you can't catch the full shows and you want to get some of the best bits, some of the more entertaining ones, some of the funny ones, some of the more insightful ones, some of the more contentious ones, you want to catch some of those. You can't catch the full shows. You want to get some of the best bits. We post clips on Instagram, TikTok, and if you're watching here on YouTube, we have YouTube Shorts that we post here as well. So go check that out. You can get some of the best bits, have a nice little laugh, or a nice little think if that's the video that you're on. We would love to have you on if you want to be a guest on the show. Again, we would love to have you on. We invite all conversations. If you disagree with me on anything, I welcome you to come on the show and talk about it, debate about it, whatever you want to do. I would love to have anybody who wants to come on, even if you want to talk about something that's interesting that's going on in your life, some interest that you have, whatever the case may be. Send us a DM on Instagram at CatFiveBoys. Give us a little bit about yourself, a little quick rundown, and a little bit about what you want to speak about, just a little bit, nothing crazy. And we'll get to you and we'll schedule you to be on the show as soon as it's most convenient for the both of us, or for both parties. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe on YouTube. Drop us a follow on Spotify, and drop us a 5-star rating on the podcast apps, please, por favors. Make sure to comment. We love the comments. We love all the comments. If you want to drop 8 comments, we love those too. Drop any comments that you want, and we'll respond to it in the following video that precedes the one that you commented on. Or I guess the time that you commented, because we look at all the videos, at least for now. Until we start posting more, then we won't be able to. But either way. I stream on Twitch. If you want to catch me live, streaming on Twitch, debating some crazy leftists with crazy viewpoints that I completely demolish and replace with a brand new, beautiful one. Catch me on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming every single Saturday, or at least I'm going to try to, for maybe a couple hours, depending on how awesome it is. I might go for longer. But I'm going to try every single Saturday. Sometimes I don't. But if you catch me on the off day that I actually do on a Saturday, it's a lot of fun. We do a lot of TikTok invasions. We go in there, go on random TikTok lives and debate the people on there who have crazy ideologies and destroy and dismantle left and right. So if that's something interesting to you, we do a lot of fun stuff over there besides that as well. We play games and we have fun over there. So if you want to catch some of the streams live, it's if it's going to be on, it's on Saturday around 6 p.m. Eastern time. So, go check that out. We have a merch store. I don't like to call it merch because it kind of, I don't know, maybe like it's like the sacredness of what it is that we're selling is kind of belittled by the word merch. Yeah. But either way, we sell rosaries, and the store to that is going to be down in the description. We have a couple items on the store. It's not really populated yet. As interest grows for it, we'll start putting more things on the store. Even if you guys just want to give a little look on the website, on the Etsy store, we appreciate that very, very much. If you eventually see something that calls to you, that you feel like you want that, if you want to purchase one, we greatly appreciate that very, very much. We know how times are tough today in the economy and whatnot, and people's pockets are hurting, as is mine, so don't even worry about it. I completely understand if you're not able to, but we appreciate you, like I said, giving a look to it. With that being said, again, thank you very much for watching, for spending the time here with us, listening to us speaking. It was a pleasure to have you on.
Well, of course, anytime.
It was a pleasure. It truly was. It was a great episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was a long one. I think this is probably plus 3 hours.
No way.
Yeah, because we had the other clip.
I felt like it was shorter.
Well, this one is already an hour 40, this clip, and the other clip was probably another 30 something. So maybe like 2 hours, 20 minutes. So it's one of the longer ones. We've had long ones before. Usually the long ones are usually the most entertaining ones. So we've had long ones before. This was probably one of the long ones, or definitely one of the long ones. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Would you say this was your number one best ever?
Whoa. Hold your horses there.
Really?
Hold your horses for a second.
Can't entertain them all.
You
listen, can't win them all.
There's gonna be some people who are not gonna like it. No, it was a great episode though. It was a great episode, and I really enjoyed it, and it was a fun one. And I think the viewers are gonna have the same. What's the word? I'm getting lost in your eyes, guys. I'm sorry. The viewers are gonna have the same sentiments as I am. It was a great episode, very entertaining, and they're gonna be entertained too. If you guys want to see her back on the show, drop the comments. Keep those comments flowing. And we'll get her back on only if you drop a comment.
Only.
All right, anyways, we appreciate you guys for joining us. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Hopefully you have a great day. Catch us in the next video. Subscribe and turn on those notifications so you can get notified next time we post a podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night, and God bless. Say good night.
Good night.
Goodness gracious, no decorum.